Just so happy first for our four seniors that have meant so much to our program. Patrick and Ray and Hugo and the Dirkster. They just mean so much to us. They mean so much to me personally. The leadership that our four seniors have provided for us this year has been beyond outstanding, especially Raymond, and he's just a natural leader. He's a guy that's has been a very good basketball player. But is an unbelievable leader and going to be an unbelievable person in the community. Patrick is just one of the hardest workers I've ever seen, and Hugo has just been a pleasure to be around. And Durkee's as fine a man as I've ever coached, personally, as a human being. He's as steady and as a consistent a man as I've ever coached in 29 years of college coaching. And if I was starting a business today, I'd hire all four of those guys. Different roles, but hire all four of them for sure. And I'm just really, really proud that they're going to graduate on time, all four of them, and the contributions that they've made. And I'm so glad that Ray and Pat played their best game of the year in their final, potentially their final home game, but certainly their final regular season home game. I'm just really proud of them for that. So I thought we played particularly well in the second half. Anytime we play High Point, it's going to be a close game, and we had an overtime game there, and certainly here it had the potential to go into overtime. And I just thought we hung in there. The small lineup, we haven't been a good assisting team all year, and it's amazing how many assists you have when shots go in. And that's the second straight game that we've played the small lineup extensively. The third game that we've played the small lineup. And it made a really, really big difference for us. I told Armel Potter it's the first time that he's ever played in a true dribble drive situation since he's been here, and just reminded him how freeing that is when you have shooters at every spot. So I thought we made gigantic plays late. Everybody will mention the free throw that Christian made. Our plan was to make the first one and miss the second one because they had no timeouts, and then stand there and let them throw it, 92 feet. I think Christian misunderstood me, and he missed the first one and hit the second one. So I'm getting to be an older coach. That one got me a little bit. I'll have to go home and probably take some medicine. But I also don't want to let it go without notice the two gigantic shots that Mel hit. We had it to 3. They cut it to 1, pull up Mel Potter, cut it to 1, pull up Mel Potter, and it got us to 3, and those were really, really big, and that's what he's been doing for us since he's been here, and he's really good under pressure with his hands on the ball, and those were good, excellent decisions by him. So overall, a good night. Very thankful for the win. Very thankful to be playing our best basketball at the end of February. It's exciting. And certainly have had a great week this week, and looking forward to an even better week next week.
Barkley, the game started kind of slow, and then Durkee hits a 3, which totally sent the bench crazy. I mean, I don't know how y'all didn't get a technical from running on the floor, but I mean, when you look at it, a guy that's been in the program and that doesn't get out there a lot. To open the game with a 3, I mean, maybe you held your breath and go, what is he doing shooting? But you didn't look stunned that he was taking a shot.
Not at all.
I mean, that's kind of a storybook type thing, isn't it? A guy that works his butt off and gets to score in a game like this.
Yeah, let me tell you a little something I do in recruiting. When a guy shoots in recruiting and scores, my eyes immediately, when I'm recruiting a high school kid, my eyes immediately go to the bench. And if he's a selfish kid and not a well-liked kid, nobody will cheer. Oh, gosh, whoever's shooting again. So that's always a little bit of a question mark in my mind when I'm recruiting a high school kid. When I peeked down and saw the bench, it is an exclamation point about how our team feels about Zachar. They love him. And more than love him, they respect him. And if I could be liked or respected, I would choose respected. And he is highly respected in our program, highly respected in our university. And the evidence of it was when he hit that shot, what the bench did. every day he works his tail off. Every day he provides unbelievable muscle and energy and toughness on our scout team. And everybody in this program just loves that young man to death.
Zach, can you talk about that? You didn't look hesitant. I mean, it was like, I'm not going to be out here long. I'm going to go ahead and jack one up.
Yeah, I mean, we had gone over about 3 plays that we were going to run while I was out there, and I kind of felt my time on the court was coming to an end, and Pat came off a ball screen, and Austin White, I think, helped out on Javis, and I saw a slither of space, and, I mean, I'm in the gym almost every day putting up shots, so I figured why not trust the hard work.
And, is it pretty special to know? I mean, y'all may play another game here, but you may not play in that game.
Yeah.
But how special is it to see how your teammates acted and the folks in the stands? I thought Colton Corum was gonna run on the floor when you hit that shot.
Yeah, I mean, it was extremely special. Like, it was kind of a culmination of all the hard work, all the long days in the gym, and everything that we've been through as a team for the past 3 years. Like, it all just happened in one moment. And the excitement, I don't know if I knew what I was doing after I hit the shot. I ran down to the opposite end of the gym, and my guy was in the other corner. So I think Ray started yelling at me to get somebody. I didn't know who to get. So I was just excited, man.
Yeah. Raymond, what about your night? It looked like you had a lot of energy from the get-go, and then you hit that huge 3 right before Mel hit those 2. I mean, they had just taken their first lead of the game, and you came down confident, as you always are. Never saw a shot you didn't like, kind of thing. But just talk about the night.
The night was special, man. I mean, I couldn't sleep yesterday, but like just seeing my family and everybody from Goose Creek, 5 minutes away, just made the night so special. I put so much time into this, this program, and been there for 3 years, watching Saul and R-Line play, and just know that when my time came to an end, and just make it the best I could. I trusted Coach Radenball. He always told me just keep shooting and do everything that you possibly can. Just stay in the gym and just keep working. And that was evident, and it showed out there tonight.
Barkley, what about you said your team's playing their best basketball here at the end. You got 2 road games. Obviously, one's a very tough road game. I guess all road games are tough, but where do you talk about this? You've said it all year. Improve every day.
Yeah.
Improve every day, and it looks like that improvement is starting to be more evident over the last 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, well, I think it is, and I just think having 4 guys on the floor that can catch it, pass it, shoot it is just a big advantage, and it's so reminiscent of our championship days, and it's so exciting for our future because we'll return all these guys. With the exception of Pat and Ray and Ugo and Dirk, the 4 guys, but we add a lot of really special pieces too that can really shoot the ball with size, and so we've struggled in our dribble drive, and I've had lots of emails. Why are you still in it? Why are you still running it? Why are you not running 7? I believe in it. And I believe that when you put 4 guys on the floor that can catch it, pass it, and shoot it, it's really difficult to guard. And I'm so proud we hung in there on the boards against a really good rebounding team. And I'm just overwhelmed by 19 assists. I mean, we've had 3 games in the league where we haven't had 19 assists combined in those 3 games. And it's not that Mel doesn't pass it in those games. Mel passes it in those games, best passer in our league. But those guys don't make it. But when you put Ray and Pat and Christian and Twan and Cortez around that, it's really difficult to guard. And we just got to keep getting better on the defensive end. I keep saying that. We got to guard our yard better. But hopefully that'll come and come with confidence. And so I'm just really encouraged. I'm really encouraged for tonight and today, but I'm mostly really encouraged for our future because we've really made a concerted effort to get back to recruiting shooters, and we've done a good job of that. Our coaches have done a good job of that.
Mel, you're a sophomore. You're going to have a senior night at some point. How as an underclassman, how much did y'all really want to win this game for the guys on here that have been through the wars before you got here?
Man, I wanted to win it really bad. Like before the game, I was telling Ray, I was just thinking about how fast time goes by. Like I'm a junior now, basically. My sophomore year, you know, is coming to an end, and I'm a junior. And I'm like, man, my senior is gonna be in no time. I don't even want to think about it. You know what I'm saying? My last home game as a senior. So when I was thinking about it, I'm like, man, I gotta get this win for them. Like we have to. Like no matter what it's gonna take, like we gotta get this win. And it just made me want to fight for them more.